Tell somebody, mind your business. Look at somebody and say, mind your business and leave my business alone.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mind Your Business Monday. I am your host, Travis.
And I'm Arletha.
And as always, Mind Your Business Monday is brought to you by On Point Alliance. Here at On Point Alliance, we provide identity-related solutions through a diversified scope of services, with fingerprinting and background screening being our primary service. To learn more about those services, just scan the barcode at the top of the screen, or you can go to www.onpointalliance.com.
All right, and we want you to tackle the week like a boss here with us on Mind Your Business Monday, your compass for entrepreneurial growth. So we want you to level up your skills by learning from entrepreneurs who have walked in your shoes and want to share their wisdom in both personal and professional leadership development. So regardless if you just starting out or already in the game, this is your compass towards success. So if you like how that sounds, scan the barcode at the top of the screen. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, and don't forget to click the notification bell. All right.
So hopefully this has been a great Monday for you all. It's been a a Monday.
I had a wonderful Monday.
Yeah, you did have you had a wonderful Monday. I can't say I didn't have a wonderful Monday. I just would say that it was rather long. But it was a good Monday.
Yes, it is.
I can't complain.
It's been productive. I've been using my symbols and in prayer, and been able to focus and buckle down and breathe. That's what I've been doing today, because honey, not that today has not had hiccups, okay? Yes. But I have been controlling the dynamic of this day. All right.
Congratulations.
First, with navigating my emotions and my feelings as things are coming up, and talking myself through this day. So yes, this has been a wonderful day in spite of what tried to present itself. Yeah.
Well.
So I think this would be a good spot to go ahead.
No, I'm flowing with you. No, I was right in the middle of something. I'm flowing with you. No, you said you think this would be a good spot. Don't do that.
No. Let's stick to the script, and then we'll
okay, I'm going to say. Somebody type in the comments. Don't do that.
Trust me. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Okay, that is fine. So we'll go ahead and get our announcements out the way then. First.
All right. So as you all know, this is one of my masterpieces, one of my babies, The Secret Recipes of an Overcomer: How to Transition from Defeat to Victory. This is a recipe book that I have been privileged to work with 7 other authors to produce this project. It's a recipe book. The authors are the actual recipes. And also there's a food recipe inspired by their story. So they have talked about in these chapters everything from overcoming sex addiction, overcoming codependency, a sheltered childhood, the loss of innocence, invisibility, help me out. Obesity and the diagnosis. Listen, they are going into detail in some of these stories, well, pretty much all of them. And I believe that it's going to help so many people. We had a gentleman who was able to read this book, and before we even released it, he said it helped him in so many ways with his family and his marriage, just him as a man. Just navigate through some things. So you will not be disappointed. Scan the barcode to get your copy.
And this is true.
Also, we have my inaugural or freshman book, Encourage, Strengthen from Within. This book is cute, but it is not for girls
It is not.
only. Okay. So it helps you challenge yourself to evaluate the issues of your heart, assess your perceptions, motives, and intentions of what you say you believe. Because most of the time the issue is not what's going on.
Right.
That's just the surface level.
This is true.
Then you renew your mind through the word of God and embrace the real you. So get your copy by
Get your
scanning. You can scan the
copy.
barcode that's at the top of the screen right now and get your copy of this as well. Our next announcement is the fingerprint boot camp. All
Okay,
right,
where
so
did
we
they
need
come
to,
from?
yep, I know, right? So you just gotta
Man,
click it.
I don't see
Okay,
it.
do me a favor. Let's do this. I don't know why it's like that. Y'all, we just had our first bloopers and just got started. But it's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right. It is okay. It's all right. I don't know why that is on there. So we're going to say hide. There we go.
There you go.
Boom. All right. So our fingerprint boot camp. Anyone that's looking to get into business and wants something that's a demand service, that's flexible, self-paced, has a low startup cost, you want to consider the fingerprint business. Right now, I say this all the time. If you Google fingerprints near me, there are limited locations that you can go. That lets you know the need for this service.
Mhm.
Okay. So if someone is in the trucking industry, if you're insurance, if you are in real
Real estate.
estate, you're a notary, nursing, you have childcare, respite care facility, you have to get fingerprinted. So scan the barcode to learn more about our fingerprint boot camp. We can get you trained and certified. Also, if you're not trying to start a business, but you are tired of spending money, time, and resources on getting your people fingerprinted, we can train someone to be in-house.
Mhm.
So you never have to send them back out. So go ahead, scan the barcode on this brochure, and we'll love to talk to you about our fingerprinting option.
Get your life together.
Okay.
Or is it time to check on people now? We're going to check on folks.
We can. So, as you all know, we're doing a 30-day is the next one. A 30-day August challenge is our symbol of promise. Okay. What this challenge is about, because all the things are going on and life is lifing for a whole bunch of us right now. So often when we're looking at all the things, we get distracted from the promise or from what we know.
Mhm.
So what we are challenged to do is to find something that reminds you of the promise, something that helps you focus and not get distracted. So, for example, right now I'm drawing from the sunflower and everything that the sunflower represents. Okay, so with that, I'm using that as my reminder. So I'm all things sunflower right now. Okay. And so, because we tend to, in our minds, we know what we should be doing and how we should be making decisions and navigating. But because of what we see and because of all the noise, sometimes we lose our way. So that's the purpose of this challenge. So I want you to scan the barcode that's at the right of the screen for you all that says August challenge, so you can get your free copy of the free downloadable. Okay.
It's actually going to be at the left of you all screen.
Is it left or right? Yeah,
It's the
it say
left.
August challenge. Y'all see it
Yes.
over in the corner. Okay. So get your copy. Please, all I ask you to do is fully participate. Okay. We want to do a check-in with y'all today to make sure everybody is good. Make sure that you don't have any questions. Pop them in the chat if you do at any point of the show tonight, and we'll love to get those questions answered. And with that being said, I think this is a good segue. So I told y'all right now I'm all things sunflowers, right? So I've been on a mission, is right here. Okay. And what I've done, and I'm so proud of it, and it's so freaking cute. Okay.
She's such a
It
girl.
is so cute. I created a sunflower affirmation journal. Y'all, it's dope. It is dope. You got to get it. So the regular price of this journal is going to be $29.99, but for now we're running a sale of $9.97. What you get is an instant digital download copy. You got a 2024 and 2025 calendar. It's like a background on the symbolism of what the sunflower is. There's a whole lesson in there on the sunflower and with scriptures. You have 11 empowering affirmations, and after each affirmation, there are 6 journal pages behind it, y'all. This book is diverse. So, yes, we have all the women in there. We have Black, white, Mexican. So can't say all the ethnicity, but y'all get it. It's loaded. It's 11 of us up in there, okay? Beautiful women, all right? Is a sunflower themed backgrounds, and I mean I lay these pages out intentionally, all right, and it's 101 pages total. Okay, so y'all scan the barcode, get your copy. It's an instant download. You will not be disappointed, and I'm really proud of this, and I'm excited for you to get your hands on your digital copy of this,
because every day you never cease to amaze me.
No, I try.
And she do it so, oh my gosh, she just do it so quickly. It's like
I love creating. And right now, I promise, Travis, have you noticed? I've been so freaking creative.
Yes. 1 minute we sitting there together, the next minute, I'm like this song on the Cosby Show. Suddenly, I'm all alone. And I'm like, where did she go?
No, because I had to get up and get at the computer because it's just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. So y'all listen, I've been in a really good space. Is everything perfect? No. Do I have all the answers? No. But what I do have, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me.
You better sing.
Okay, listen. I'm happy. I'm at peace. Listen, the things that I have not per se gotten a specific answer for right now is don't do it. Don't move. Keep is enough to do to not get antsy about that, ma'am. So go on. You got too many other things to do. Go ahead and not be a busybody.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I've been so at peace. I have not been a busybody because I can tend to slip over into that space of doing a whole bunch of things. I have not.
And the key that we've learned a long time ago is the waiting. Wait, because we already know that those promises that the Lord have for us, they're already yes and amen.
Yes.
So there's nothing we go to God for that he has not already given us. So if it has not shown up, you already know that it is on the way. It is going to manifest, but we wait on him, and we wait on him by waiting on others.
And not allowing fear to creep in while you're waiting, because now you're making emotional decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So find yourself doing what he told you to do. I guarantee you got enough things to do besides getting all caught up on that one thing that you may not have the strategy. Because for me, I know what I need to do. I'm waiting on a strategy for a few things. Right. So, because I ain't trying to be doing stuff over. Okay. So while I'm waiting, I'm just being obedient with other things. And guess what? When I'm done with it, I find something for me to do that's peaceful. Listen.
Most definitely will.
And so I can't even explain and describe this place I'm in right now. I just give God glory for it. So anyway, because I can go on and on about how wonderful and gracious he has been.
Yes, and we thank him because he's been wonderful and gracious. We have this talk show.
Absolutely.
And as we have been doing, we've been bringing you some hitters. We've been
some heavy hitters.
I'm telling you, we've been bringing them, and tonight is no different.
No different.
Tonight, the person we're going to talk to, she's going to share her incredible journey from being a single mother on welfare to leading a multi-million-dollar trucking
Say that one more time. Say that last part. Listen.
Multi-million-dollar trucking
Come
business.
on now.
Do you hear me now?
Listen.
So tonight, you're going to get ready to gain valuable insights on resilience, leadership, and empowering not only women in business, because we got some men on here. And I'm sure she's going to encourage the men on here. But women, I just got to tell y'all, we ain't missed it. We ain't missed it though. And some of us have not missed it. This has been the year of the woman.
Yeah.
And especially, I gotta say, especially the Black woman, this has been the year. And I'm just saying, that's just what it is. So listen, without further ado, guys, we're gonna bring her on tonight. Welcome, Miss Delphine Foster. Welcome, Miss Delphine.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Listen, ain't nothing no different. We've been popping it off. We've been popping it off for the all year.
Yes, this whole year has
And
been
I am
banging.
and I am excited. I just got a chance to meet you a little bit before in the green room, and I can just look at some folk and just know already.
Just know.
I'm just like, okay, this she finna make my hair stand up on my head. Don't judge me. She's finna make my hair stand up on my head. It's up there. You just don't see it. You don't see it, but it's there. It's called faith. All right.
That's right.
Miss Delphine, you laughing. You're too loud.
The hair that the Lord bless you with.
You should see it after it get wet in the rain. It's a mess. But
Can't take
listen,
them nowhere. Can't take them nowhere.
so we get ready to hop on this train.
So Miss Delphine Foster from Six Figure Trucking Academy is with us tonight.
I am indeed. Thank you so much.
Because you was just there, baby.
I know I was.
Yeah, you watch yourself.
Believe in me. Believe in me.
Believe in
Believe
you,
in me.
okay.
Believe in me. Here we go. I know exactly what I'm doing. So before we jump into any questions, Ms. Delphine, we're going to give you opportunity just to share a little bit with our community, our game changers, about who you are, where you come from, what you're doing, and what you're about to do.
Well, thank you. And honestly, God bless you guys. This is honestly a privilege and an honor to be able to come before you all and your guests. So I thank you again. Well, my name is Delphine Price Foster. I'm the owner of Six Figure Trucking Academy, as well as Delphine Transportation Group. I'm a trucking business owner. I have been a trucking business owner since 1996. I run my trucking business every single day, and I have been since 1996. So I've been in this trucking thing a long time. I'm actually from the East Coast. I'm from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, but I've lived all over the U.S. I love going different places or what have you. But I'm originally from Maryland, which I currently live in Maryland and in the DFW. So I split my weeks up because my parents are still back there. But yes, so I've been in the trucking industry since then. I started my business as a single mom on welfare. I had a $440 welfare check, food stamps, and free house, and I was on Section 8. And I had a little baby, and I made up my mind I was going to start a trucking business, and I did just that.
Wow. Look at God.
Yes.
Well, upon us initially meeting, you said, because us as Black women, we can tend to, because we're good at so many things, and we do so many things that wear so many hats. But you used the term, you said what you do and what you great at, and it's a word you use, and I had never heard anyone.
Monomatic.
And I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. Say that word again.
I am a monomatic.
Explain that.
Excuse my French. I said I do one thing and I do the hell out of it. And that's how I am an expert in the trucking industry. I don't try and go over here to taxes and beauty and crypto. I stuck with trucking since 1996. That's how I became an expert at it. Mono, I do one thing and I do it well.
Yes, I love that. And what I'm right now, my focus is for 2025 to streamline all the things to where my goal is if I can at least be 60-40, not so handsy, and I have to be present for every single thing. I'm trying to pull myself out as much as I can, so I can focus on the thing I'm great at, and that's creating and helping build. All this little administrative stuff and all. Like I'm good at it, I'm great at it, but it's like right now it's like it's so much more. I done learned so much, and it's like it's just time for me to shift and delegate these things or reposition them. So I'm right there with you.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I have learned to do that quite well because, as I shared with you, I lived in the DMV also, and I moved back there 4 years ago because my father had gotten sick, and so I made up my mind that I was not going to live my life without my parents. So that's where my parents live, but my husband lived here in the DFW, so I have to split my time. And my business is still run 7 days a week, no matter what airport I'm at, what rental car counter I'm at, what hospital I'm at taking my parents. My business runs without me 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So I totally understand what you're saying. Totally.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So that's why I'm trying to be like you. And I'm gonna get there. I'm telling you, because that's all I'm focused on this year. I haven't started anything new. I'm not. It's streamlining everything.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, let's
Road
get it.
on the
Let's get it.
show.
Let's go. Yes.
So we go ahead and pose the first question on the screen. So basically, we want to know how do you empower and support other women in your industry through Six Figure Trucking Academy, and what resources or programs do you offer to help them succeed?
Okay. Well, I personally empower the women here at Six Figure Trucking Academy. Yes, I have a team, but it started out with just me teaching one person. And I empower them because I show up as my authentic self. I let them know I meet them wherever they are. Whatever budget that they have, I meet them there. And I let them know it wasn't too long ago. We all just a couple checks away from going back to where we was.
Come on.
So
Come on.
I'm very humble in that regard. So I empower them because I hold their hand. I have programs where I hold their hand. One of my programs is called 90 Days to Trucking. And that means I get anybody. If you got a pulse, I can get your trucking business up and running in 90 days or less. And the only reason I take the 90 days, and that's with the semi truck up and running, and I hold your hand until you got your second paycheck. So we have drivers. I can take you through the whole phase of purchasing trucks, getting your operating authority. I do it all. So those are ways that I empower women. Is like show up as my authentic self, and I meet them where they are, and I get them to the finish line. And that's having a six-figure trucking business that is up and running, fully functional and profitable.
Y'all heard
Wow.
it. You heard that.
Mhm.
So no excuses. Now let me ask you this. What if, because let's just hypothetically speak, and then I'm asking for a friend. Okay. I started a trucking company and I have it, I paid for a course, got some information, started the process, and I'm kind of wandering out there. And then I want to come to you as a foster child.
Mhm. Mhm.
Is that an option?
Absolutely. I have on some of my social media, I put it out there and I let sisters know because so many sisters are out there, they're struggling. They started a trucking business with a significant other, and the significant other and them are no longer together. So they're still trying to piece this business together, or they are left with a truck, or they're wanting to figure it out. Whatever the case may be, if you have any experience of any of those categories falls in that you fall in, that you started your trucking business and things just haven't been going well, or you're left without your partner trying to work on your trucking business, first thing I do is I do an assessment of your business. I do an audit. And if I can just go through and check all the boxes and let me see what's going on with the business. Let me see your thought process, what made you choose this or choose that. Let me see, and then we can go ahead and get a path, another blueprint to get you back on the right track to success. So yes, any situation, I can help any scenario. Remember, I started a trucking business with a $440 welfare check. So I can certainly help any situation.
Wow, that sounds
Period.
amazing.
Okay.
That is
Listen,
something.
listen. So if you out there struggling and frustrated, breathe.
Yes,
Right now, pause, breathe.
yes,
All
yes.
right. And reach out to Six Figure Trucking Academy so she can help you get your life in order. Okay. Breathe.
So we are at the half of the hour mark. We're gonna go ahead and take this moment to hear from our sponsor, and then we're gonna come back with the second half where we'll jump in with the next question for Miss Delphine. So you guys listen, it's a great time for you guys to go ahead and share this, share it, share it. Let somebody know, come on, girl, say I found my life on this here. Mind your business Monday, and you need to come and find your life.
Okay.
Okay.
Period.
And then we'll be right back. How about that?
Hi, my name is Arletha and I am the CEO and president of On Point Alliance, where we help our clients maintain the integrity of their identity through fingerprinting and background screening services. We offer a diversified scope of services covering everything from personal review, pre and post employment. So, regardless if you need background screening for a power of attorney, a certification or licensing in another state, or if you're a business owner looking to screen new applicants or monitor the criminal record of your current employees, we've got you covered. We have established our reputation by earning our clients' trust through delivering accuracy and efficiency. We would love to be your preferred fingerprinting provider. To learn more about how our services can be your solution,
She just said, click the link below. That's all. She doesn't get a chance to finish saying it, but she just said, that pretty lady said, click the link below. So we are back. We are back with the second half.
Yes.
Talking to Miss Delphine Foster. I'm listen. My mind is already blown.
Listen, and it's so funny because I'm around a lot of business owners, okay? And a lot of them are in trucking. You hear so many different things and versions and experiences. Some of them, you can just tell when, some of them doing great. And then some of them, everything about them seems stressed out. And it was something that real estate and trucking were the next two things, future, that we were going to look into. I actually tried to kind of start poking around, and it was so much information, I just paused. So I'm so grateful for your services, baby, because in 90 days, yes, ma'am. So if the Lord says the same, we finna get it together. Okay.
And one of the other things too, when we were here, there was so many different stories that we were hearing about it, and some of them were, I wouldn't say horror stories, but they weren't so good. But now in my other half of my life, I actually, so one of the reasons why I was kind of excited about this show, because I see a lot of stuff from the other side. I'm not going to name their names, but because I work in the whole with factors and brokers, and I see a lot of things that brokers do that they shouldn't be doing, and how they got it all intertwined.
Yes.
And it scares people off. And I actually talk to people every day who dealing with those situations with not so ethical brokers and different things. So there's a lot of stuff out there, and a lot of people hear these things. And then for the gatekeepers who lead with the negative, as if they're the only ones that can make it. Or it's like
right now it's not really a lot of money, you'll break even and all those things.
Right.
And it's just too much, too many versions of just trying to get some solid information. That's the purpose of Mind Your Business Monday.
Right.
For us to bring people here, boots to the ground, that's not gatekeepers, gonna tell you what it is, have a solution to get you there. So you can get some just have a replicable business and some peace of mind.
And if I may,
go ahead.
And I didn't want to lose that thought what you were saying. And you're right. When people are dealing with brokers, for those that don't know, freight normally comes through the hands of a broker if you don't have your own customers. And so a large population will start out their business working with brokers. Now, mind you, there is nothing wrong with working with brokers, but you have to remember, whatever scenario, when you're working with a third party, you got to deal with all the things that come along with working with a third party.
That part.
Broker freight is low-hanging fruit. That means that you're not putting in the time that it takes to get your own customers. Now, if you're not getting your own customers, that means you're getting someone else's customers. So you're getting what's left over, and you have to keep that in mind. And that's why I teach the people who I mentor, go get your own customers. You got to put the work in, get your own customers. Then you're not dealing with all of those things. So the people that you're hearing that from, I promise you, we can put them on this air with us right now, and I can ask them how many sales calls they make today. Not alone, this is in 2024, and I guarantee you it'll be zero. I'll ask them how many clients did they take out to lunch this year. I guarantee it'll be zero. So they're not doing the work so that they can get away from the low-hanging fruit. That's all it is.
Wow. So you just said what I was thinking. So if you could, is there at least 4 pieces of information if someone want to start exploring getting their own customers? You already said calls, making calls. Can you elaborate like these
Absolutely.
4 pieces of information that if I'm in this and I want to do what you just said, what could I do? What's some advice, some pieces of information?
Okay, well, first and foremost, you got to make it up your mind that you want to have a trucking business. First and foremost, because once you get in, it's a lot to it, and you're going to have the time to put into it to get it up and running. But then secondly, you need to decide what type of trucking business you want to have. Now, once you decide the type of trucking business you want to have, then you can start pursuing your customers. And so when we're talking about how do you go about getting your customers? Well, it's going to depend on the industry that you decide to go into. Because if you go into construction, it's kind of hard to take some of them out to lunch because they're out there in the dirt pit. So you might need to take them out there to the dirt pit. You know what I'm saying? So, but either way, your potential clients need your FaceTime. They need to know that they can count on you. They need to know, even if you come back a year, every Friday for a year, they're like, nope, I don't need you. Nope, I don't need you. Nope, I don't need you. I don't have to tell you how many $97,000 months I've had from clients who didn't need me for at least 4 years, but they knew I was going to continue to show up. Keep coming back. Keep coming back.
Right.
So most definitely give your potential clients that FaceTime. Stop by, let them know that you're not going nowhere, because that is a client's biggest fear in this industry, is that they're going to load up 10 of your trucks with loads and then y'all are going off into the sunset and they'll never see you or their freight again. So just showing up and giving people FaceTime, letting them know that you're there. Give them your business card, offer to take them out to lunch, understand about their family. You know, are they expecting a child or someone getting married? You just want to keep up with those kind of things. Just be very personable with your potential clients, because they will become your client. It might not be today, it might not even be next year, but they will. People do business with those that they know, like, and trust. And that's with any business, and trucking is no different. So you want to make sure that you are showing up and that you're constantly in their face, you know, of course, professionally, but they know that you're not going anywhere. So showing up is the first and foremost thing to me.
So as y'all heard her, did you hear some things that we've been talking about? CRMs, your client management systems, automations that's going to help you remember and help trigger things to who birthday is coming up. If you want to send this person an email, or you sending them happy birthday, Merry Christmas. Remember that conversation we had? Knowing your client avatar. Who is your client? Okay. We got to know who the client is. And talking about organizations and systems, everything she just said, you cannot just willy-nilly be just popping up at these people places. You got to have a whole plan on how you're going to navigate that interaction. Client retention, we talked about that. All of those things to properly operate your business. And last week, this challenge is to help you deal with those triggers, because if you're still dealing with rejection, and how many times she said she went for 4 years and people didn't need her help, and then all of a sudden they need her help, she couldn't get discouraged and be focusing on who don't support, and then talk herself into how the people around her don't, and then get in her feelings because she had got some no's. So every single thing she said is what we've been talking about since January.
We've been talking about.
So again, I've been telling y'all, I don't care if you're selling candles, peach cobbler, you have a IT business, or you build houses, a construction business. Business is business.
That's right.
All of us, whether no matter what ethnicity you are, male or female, guess what we all got? 2 legs, 2 arms, we got eyeballs, we got ears, we got certain things just come with business, no matter what type of business it is. And a lot of us know how to provide the service, but we don't know how to run and operate it. That is a well-oiled machine, so we can hit this multi-million-dollar that she's talking about, so that we can reach our financial goals, because we spending more than we make it because those operations are not in place. And so before we ask the next question, so we ain't jumping all over the place, this is a good time for Travis. I'm offering a consultation for those who are all over the place. Is a free 30-minute consultation for business operation strategy. Okay, scan that barcode to set up a call with me to help streamline some of the things you got going on, and we can address some of these frustrations. Okay. So go ahead, scan this barcode if you're struggling with your business operations. And then two, you got Six Figure Trucking Academy, specifically if you're in the trucking industry. You want to get in touch with her so she can help you, whether you're already in it or you're thinking about starting it. She's all things trucking. Okay, so no excuse after today.
None.
See, you just got disarmed.
You know what I'm hearing though? I think somebody's hooked, and I could be hearing this by way of the spirit. Some young woman is watching, and she's feeling this, or she's trying to see. Like I hear what's being said. Can I do this? That which will lead us to this next question. Can you share some of your key challenges that you faced while you were transitioning from being a single mother on welfare to a leading multi-million-dollar trucking business, and how you overcame them? Because that's what they're feeling right now.
Yeah.
How do I do this with what I mean, I got one job, I'm doing all this by myself.
My credit ain't good.
Right.
How am I gonna buy a truck? Blah blah blah.
Help her, Miss Delphine, help her.
Ooh, baby. I don't know that we have enough time to talk about it. But you know, I told you I bought a truck with a $440 welfare check. Be clear, the truck was not $440. The truck was $5,000. But the lady let me give her my check for half of my first month's down payment. And I paid her $1,000 a month after that. You got to just have more faith.
Come on.
Faith on mustard seed, but you got to have so much faith in just when you know. I see so many young ladies, they get these great big income tax checks. And then they'll come to me and says, oh, but I don't have money to start a trucking business. Oh, you have enough money to start 2 trucking businesses.
Okay.
Money come through your hands. See, I never even got the great big income tax checks because I always was self-employed. So when I tell you that you have resources, you might not think that you have resources, but you come talk to me. Let me just talk to you for about 30 minutes. I can tell you the resources that you currently have, and you can do this, but you got to have faith. And you gotta have a teachable spirit. You can't have the victim mentality. We can't help what's happened in the past. We can't do nothing about that.
Nothing.
Only move forward. But you gotta have faith and a teachable spirit. And I promise you, you can make this happen.
Listen, what's been our anthem besides mind your business? Don't allow what you feel to override what you know. So she just said it. You cannot be victim. It don't matter what happens. You gotta know that you know. And there's a difference from believing and knowing. We talked about that too. Believing is still some room of doubt. I believe you, but I don't know. When I know,
right?
No, and ain't nothing you can tell me that's gonna make me think or believe anything different. Okay. So that's where peace start resting up on your heart. Because when things not going right, hey, I'm settled, because if it ain't, it must not be time, because I know it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I told y'all earlier, I don't have all the answers to all the things. Well, let me rephrase that. I got the answer. I know who my answer is. I'm waiting on strategy, because a lot of the things I know what I'm going to do. I don't have the strategy to all of them yet, but I do understand first things first. Mm-hmm. There's some first things first. And when I first started my business, I started with ambition and faith. And I've been blessed to couple knowledge with it. Because the word of God tells us we perish for the lack of knowledge. Mm-hmm. Okay? So we need knowledge. It's great and cute. And you can do a lot of things with ambition and with your faith, right? But we got to know something. If we don't know something, we got to know somebody.
There you go. We do know somebody.
With
them.
Yes. So with the help of the Lord, with the help of Six Figure Trucking Academy,
which is backed by the good Lord.
These are kingdom establishments. With the help of Mind Your Business Monday, another kingdom establishment. With the help of On Point Alliance, which is another kingdom establishment. Listen, We are led by the Spirit of God. We started off with nothing. How about 200? How about $456 in our pocket to our name? We left a state
Yes,
with
we did.
everything we owned in the 2007 Chevy Cobalt
Come on now. What else?
with over 250,000 miles on it
And drove off
and
with it.
drove off of it. Okay. So I know what you're talking about when you know that you know. All right. So it's no excuse after tonight. I know a lot of things happen, but you got the planner, you got your affirmation planner that you got access to. Ms. Delphine has a free download. Would it be a good time now before we get into the last little piece? Tell us about this right there. Tell us about this freebie that you have for everybody.
Yes, well, it's a freebie guide. It's beautiful freebie guide also. But not only is it beautiful, it's full of knowledge, and it shows you 6 steps to starting a six-figure trucking business. I believe in everybody. First and foremost, I believe every sister should have at least one truck that operates in her portfolio of investments. First, let me say that, and secondly, let me say that $1 million is not that hard. You know, I had to learn that $1 million was $2,340 a day. I believe it was $2,344 a day or something like that. In the land of trucking, that is not a lot of money. That's $19,260 a week, which puts you right about $80,000 a month, $88,000 a month, which is $1.1 million. That is not too hard to do. Okay. So anyway, but I start you out with 6 figures. So you see, I just took you to 7, right? Let me start you out with 6. Look at this freebie guide that I have. Download it. Take a look at it. It's just giving you 6 steps, just 6 steps. It's more steps than that to start a trucking business, but these 6 steps here should get you in the right direction. After you take a look at the guide and you look at the steps and you analyze it, then reach out to me if you need me to help you implement those 6 steps.
Loving everything.
And look, mind your business. Don't call if you're playing, because you already heard of it. Once you show up and it's a fit, it's go time.
Yeah.
90 days.
Yeah.
She got you up and running and holding your hand to the second paycheck. So she ain't just pulling you out there and then feeding you, leaving you for the wolves. Your second paycheck. Okay. So there's some handheld holding that she's saying that she's going to give. It's no excuse. That's the whole purpose of this tonight. We have already dropped so many resources on you that, and let's just say you listen tonight and trucking wasn't on the spectrum. Still, what you hearing? Let me get my operations in place. Let me start making my calls, and I don't care if I'm selling candles. I need to be calling customers, potential customers. I need to get out of my feelings. There's some operational things that I need to be doing. I need, see what I'm saying? So it's something you can take away from this conversation tonight.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm listening to you talk, Ms. Delphine, and I already know my wife. And one thing I can notice about women like you, first of all, my wife has always walked in the gift of faith. And as we have pastored down through the years, I would see her operate at a level of faith that would even surpass mine. And I will be trying to think, okay, I know we need to do this, but I'm thinking, and everybody that knows her knows this is Arletha's phrase. All we got to do is, and what I see in women like you two is the level of faith that you're operating in. It's like you didn't go into that with all I have is $400+ a month. You went into there is what I have is this $400 something and a whole lot of faith, and not seeing or not focusing on the hurdles. And that's what I see my wife do a lot of times. It's like she keep moving. It's like if she go this far and she get stopped, okay, then she turn over here and say, okay, well, I wait on this. I'm gonna keep moving in this direction. It's like there's no stopping. And you talk about 1996 that you've been doing what it is that you're doing, being a blessing and turning women into millionaires.
Now, can you share with everybody that number of women you've helped?
Well, I've helped 245 women start their own trucking business in the last 4 years. 245. That's a lot of
That's
trucking
a lot.
in the United States.
It really is.
Come on.
Mhm.
And listen, I tell y'all all the time, don't measure yourself by somebody
That's right.
else's,
That part.
because we all have different, so we might be doing the same things, but our starting points were different.
Yes.
Right.
Out of all those 200 plus women, some of them came with funding, some of them had nothing, some of them lived with their mama so they can practice with their welfare check. Some of them had a child support check, that's all they had. Some of them had access to grants.
Yeah.
Some of
They
them
did.
worked in
Yes.
5 jobs
Had
and they
things.
had the time to do it. And all of their starting points were different. Some of them had good credit, they just get
That's
everything,
that's
right?
right. That's
So you cannot measure yourself, your success, by what somebody else's success is. However, get the necessary resources and tools, you're going to get where you're supposed to be.
This is true.
So that's where Six Figure Trucking Academy comes in at. Replicable
Come on now.
a business,
Oh, big one.
honest, tried and true.
Yeah.
She didn't just pop up. She didn't pay for a course and came and regurgitated that on everybody else.
Come on. It's
Because
happening.
that's happening.
It's happening.
The PLR, right, where you can just resell it and you don't know jack diddly about the industry, but you was told all you gotta do is present it, put your logo on it, and sell it, and people gonna buy it. And that's not the case.
not
That's not the case here. And every single person that's been on the show this year and last year, but specifically this year, baby,
It's been lit.
they have been rooted in their industries. They know it forwards and backwards. And when I say they're experts, and not only do they know how to do the thing, they care about people.
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
love the Lord. They're integral. Because other than that, they wouldn't be on this show. You could pick that energy up, especially I'm a person that don't really get past me. That type of, oh, and I have this fancy resume and I have all these accolades. I don't care about none of that. I mean, that's great, but that don't impress me. Your character impressed me. And I had an opportunity to get to know Miss Delphine, and that's why she's here today. And as y'all see her passion for what she's talking about, she wants to see everybody win.
Listen, right? We're coming at the close. We're gonna hear from the buzz circuit in a quick moment. But I'm gonna say this: I don't know what you have in this six-figure trucking academy, but I believe this in my soul. And this is just for me and you, right? I believe that somewhere in your academy, you're teaching folk about double brokerage.
double brokering. Well, I do have to teach them about working with brokers and what to look out for. So you're absolutely correct.
I believe that.
What to stay away from. So yes.
Yes. I believe that. So, hey y'all, listen. This is a great time. We're gonna go ahead and pause. We'll hear from the buzz circuit, and then we're gonna be right back to wrap up the end of this show with Miss Delphine. We
All
on
right.
fire. These girls is on fire up in here.
What's up, Game Changers? Ready to tap into the heartbeat of all things Mind Your Business Monday? Check out Buzz Circuit. It's your go-to hub for the latest announcements, including challenges, giveaways, the freshest MYBM merchandise, special guests, events, and even those fun behind-the-scene moments we just can't keep to ourselves. Want the full scoop? Don't miss the Buzz Circuit highlight video during our show. And for more buzzworthy updates, swing by our website, www.mybmlive.com. Think of it as your VIP pass to all the buzzworthy happenings in our world. Stay connected, stay informed, and always be the first to know.
All right.
All right, this has been so
Yes.
awesome. Man, Miss Delphine, you've been on fire.
Oh, thank you.
Are there any last thoughts that you have that you want to share with them that we maybe have not touched on? Just some things to provoke thought into this industry as they're, come making the decision to connect with you.
I know that the thought of having a trucking business may just sound like the most craziest, overwhelming thing. You may think like, how would I, what? But if you just get out here, leave your house and go on any highway, you're gonna see trucks coming down the road. If you go to any shopping center, you're going to see trucks making deliveries. Right by any warehouse, you're going to see trucks. Trucking is not dead. It's alive and well. I'm living proof. I will be doing this trucking thing. I will be in a nursing home running my own trucks. I will be doing trucking that long. So keep in mind, trucking is alive and well, and it can be done. It's not nearly as difficult as you may think that it is. It's not. It's actually quite simple once you get into it. And I know you can do it, and I want it for you. Connect with me.
All right. And her website is on the screen. Go ahead and connect. Travis, pop her the freebie up one more time. So go ahead and scan the barcode to get your downloadable 6 steps to 6 figures, how to build a 6 figure trucking business. You have her information. No excuses. None. Because after today, you'll be lying saying you don't know what to do. It's a flat out lie.
All you got to do is have determination,
Yeah.
want better. And if you're going to listen to somebody, if you're going to listen to anything, because there's so many voices talking, and we know that the trucking industry just happens to be one of those industries where there are people saying, the trucking industry is going down, is going away. And as you heard Miss Delphine say tonight, it is not. I can tell you from the angle where I work, it is not going anywhere. It is only It's only getting bigger for real. People are getting smarter about it. So if you're gonna go into it, why not go with somebody who has all of this experience, who can help you and walk you through it and help you come to the place where you can finally be independent for real. Be independent and change your life. Be a part of changing your life. God, we already know that God wants the best for us. But guess what? He also wants us to be a part of us receiving the best for us.
Absolutely.
As Arletha stated, making the right decisions, learning how to hear from God, learning how to wait on God, learning how to trust God. And when he show you something, don't just jump up and start doing something. When he show you something, the next step is get instruction. Get instruction on what to do. And so these are the things that the Lord have us here for with Mind Your Business Monday, to help you be able to say, okay, what should I be doing at this moment where I am, instead of jumping off and just doing something. He will have you come to a place like Mind Your Business Monday to hear entrepreneurs say, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you gather before you build.
And listen, for those, because this apply to somebody, them dreams you having, quit rebuking the devil. That's the Lord showing you what's going on in the spirit. Everything that's bad, that's happening, that's bad, or it may seem like adversity, quit automatically going into rebuking the devil. Sometimes God allowed things to happen to expose so you can see and go ahead and govern yourself accordingly.
Right.
Sometimes because we're so emotionally attached to things happen because that we ain't got sense enough to detach ourselves from, that he'll detach us from, that we have to be mature enough to recognize the blessing and the protection that just was afforded to us. Okay.
That part.
As Travis said, you're getting instructions, or the Lord tell you something. Some, like for myself, because the life that I walk, I know when get up and do it right now. And then I know, so I know what I'm going to do. Can you imagine Noah building the ark without instructions? He knew what he had to do, but then there were specific instructions. What kind of wood? How
That
many
God
nails?
gave
What
him.
kind of
That
nails?
God
How
gave him.
many this? How many that? That's what I'm waiting on. I know I'm building an ark. I'm waiting on specific instruction. I have piece of it because the projects are so big. This ain't no one little download. So those things I know I got to be patient to get all the answers to and not get discombobulated because of my current circumstances uncomfortable and why this and why that. And now I'm going into a frenzy and I'm again talking myself into into the corner of defeat. We talk ourselves into a place. The example I gave, and I promise, less than 2 minutes. You went through 15 things. Number one, you got hit. Boom. Ooh, okay. Shake it off. You talking yourself out of it. It's okay. We made it to 5. All right, it's okay. You still quoting scriptures and in Jesus' name. By 10, ooh, you fighting, swinging, and it's getting slower. But it's like, now you're starting to think, why I gotta keep hitting? I've been praying. 11, now you talking to yourself and subscribing to the lie that ain't nothing finna work and this always happens. 12, now you're a little more frustrated and you seeing more stuff. And it look like everybody winning except you. 13, 14, now you ready to go in the nut house and doing everything done. 15, I'm just ready to quit. What was different from 15 and 1 and 5? You start talking to yourself and subscribing to the idea. Remember, subscription is a prepaid service. Subscribing to the ideal of ain't nothing gonna work because these things didn't work. And what Miss Delphine said, I don't care what didn't work. I don't care 4 years. I don't care. You keep showing up.
That part.
Because they're gonna need your service. Because at the end of the day, you're establishing a relationship and a behavior. Because at the end of the day, guess what we're doing every single day, even right now? We making decisions even at this moment. We have habits and behaviors that we do right now to this day. So the thing is, what side of it are you gonna be on? Are you on the victorious side or are you a victim side? That's the question. Because at the end of the day, you're making decisions. The point is, what type of decisions are you making? So listen, get your life in order.
Do it.
Mind your business. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Utilize the resources that were given on tonight and go be great.
Man. Miss Delphine Foster, we thank you so much for what you have brought here on today. And I know there's like so much more. But you gonna hang tight. We're gonna talk a little bit in the green room after we go off tonight for a quick bit. But hey guys, you heard it here first with Six Figure Trucking Academy. You've heard 2 entrepreneurs talk here on tonight, and both of them said, and their testimony is, what I have, she said, Six Figure Trucking is backed by the Lord. Just like God told Noah to build an ark, Noah had to wait for instructions because it wasn't his ark. He had to build it, but it was God's ark. And what they saying to you, what this woman has done is what belongs to God. God is using her to help you. Just like what we do here at Magic Biz Money. This belongs to God. All this belongs to him. We don't know about this. It all belongs to him.
I'm gonna be right back. Keep talking.
It all belongs to him. And we just being obedient and doing what it is that we're supposed to do.
That's right.
To allow God to use us to be able to help you while you sit there and get your life together and mind your business. How about that? What we got?
Listen, this is an improv moment, but people, they see us, Miss Delphine, and you just got out there. They're so impressed by our tenacity, and they're so impressed by our go-getting and how we know how to do things. And I keep telling these folks, half of the stuff I can't tell you how I know besides the grace of God, the Holy Spirit, because I was not taught this. I didn't went to school for this stuff. But this here that's on the back of this shirt, I don't know if y'all can read this. Backed by God, endorsed by Jesus Christ, and managed by the Holy Spirit.
My.
This is what keeps me going.
Wow.
I know that I'm backed by God. I'm endorsed by Jesus. What was done at the cross gave me all the ability and the power that I need to do everything that I need to do, that he has given us, everything pertaining to life and godliness. That's his word. And then I'm managed by Holy Spirit.
On a daily basis.
I cannot lose. All I got to do is show up.
That's right.
So this ain't nothing we just talk. This is our life. This is our lifestyle. We walk a life of prayer and worship. We're listening. We may not be able to go shut up in the corner in the prayer closet for 12, 15 hours, 4 times a week. But every decision we make, we're being led by the Spirit of God. That's all we're encouraging you to do. And we make it available to you through what we have access to and the authority and jurisdiction that we have in our areas of expertise. All right? I love y'all.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
All right. Thank you so much again, Miss Delphine. And listen, y'all, another showdown, a great success. As we always say, we thank you so much for watching. We thank you guys for sharing. We're going to keep inviting you to go over to our YouTube channel to subscribe. So we're still trying to build up over there. As we always say, we want you to know that growth does not have to be complicated. Sometimes it's just about seeing opportunities where others don't. Success is a journey. It is not a destination. So keep moving, keep learning, keep improving. And until next Monday, remember to mind your business. We'll see y'all right back here next week, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Tell somebody, mind your business. Look at somebody and say, mind your business.